All right, guys. We're back. Let me connect. We're back. We're back. We're back. And as you. All right. All right. All right. So, yeah, this is the continuation of the first stream before we got disconnected, but I'm back. We're reconnected. We're reconnected. We're reconnected. We were talking about the therapy. We were talking about the fitness. We were talking about meal prepping. Speaking of mental health, that guy right there, he helps my mental health. That's my boy right there. That's Lucky the dog. That's Lucky the dog. And he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about this journey. Ooh. We's going to do some meal prepping though. You guys ready to do some cooking? You guys ready to see what we're gonna make this week? Or yeah, I don't know why I said or. It's this week. I'm not making it for next week. All right. My mom's calling the dog, so we'll see how this goes. Go, come on. All right. I'm on the live stream. Say hi to the chat. Yeah. Sure. All right. Good night. All right, guys. That was Ma Dukes. She's calling it a night. We got some ground beef, 85% lean. Oh, our old friend from last time, another ribeye. Some more of these good old eggs. And we're gonna cook it all up. All right. Let me just get things situated here. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Heavy on the protein. Probably heavier on the protein than I've ever been, ever. I've never kind of been like, I've done vegan. I've done vegetarian. Let me see if we're still going. Yep, we're still going. All right. But yeah, I was going to say, speaking of vegetables, today we're going. Let me get in the light. We're going to go broccoli. And I do declare that there's some onion. There we go. We'll do a little grill in the onion. Let's see what else we can pull out here. I think that's about it. Oh, I have a gang of cilantro. I'm just gonna see what we can combine here. Now I'm getting fancy with it. Ooh. Let's go zucchini. And I have some tomato in my hand. pick out these good. We'll pick out of these good. Let's see. Hold up. Am I still streaming? It says I was. Am I anymore? Live. Yep, we're still live. All right, cool. We're still live. Really cool if I can make it. I'm almost there. Hopefully we can keep this going. All right, we're still good, guys. I was just checking the stream. Let's see what happens here. What else we got? We got some. All right. Let me just. Oh, I know what I can grab. There's a couple things. I know what I can get. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I know the anticipation and the suspense is killing you guys. I know. Me too. Mr. Me Too. I have full food stored everywhere here. Fridge upstairs, fridge downstairs. Okay, let's see. All right. Aha. Mr. Me Too. All right, y'all. So this is all we got for. We're gonna get down. We got some cilantro, some broccoli, some jalapenos we pulled out, another onion, cucumber, jalapeno, serrano, excuse me, tomato, eggs. Let's see. Let's set up. Let's get down. One thing I'm trying to do, and I don't know if it's because of what I've been eating, but I've been sniffing a lot. And that's fine. If I sniff a lot, I realize, okay, I just got to blow my nose. But sniffing is definitely not attractive on camera. It's like, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? What's up? Just kidding. Now I'm just being exaggerative, for example. But all right. Let's get this cracking. And none of this is really going to take too long. And I usually just like using this one pan. But let's see what we can do. I'm going to let that heat up. I'm going to let that heat up. We definitely don't need the flies. Okay, what do I need? Let me get cutting board. Let me get a good knife. Get a bowl because we're gonna make something here. A little something. Let's see. Is this big enough? Let's see. Let's see. Here. We'll use this. All right. And process of, what do you call it? What would let's think about it. We're going to cook the steak. We're going to cook the ground beef. We're going to cook the eggs. We're going to saute veggies. So I may just start with the steak and get that fatty fat on there. By the way, none of this I'm eating right now, so I'm just trying to prep this for another time. I did have, maybe I thought I had. I know I grabbed it. Oh, here we go. I put oil in the pan, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to throw in a little butter in there either. As they say, fat is flavor, right? And I'm not really going to season this bad boy. We're just going to go straight on. Wash. All right, so we got the steak down. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of this sea salt on this side. Now, if you ever see us getting down, us the Panchos that is, cooking some meat, you definitely know there's going to be some salt. Latinos, we love us some salt on our meats. Pause. But yeah, salt your steaks. And while that's going on, just give this a little rinse. I'm just going to whip up kind of like an impromptu little salsa fresca, pico de gallo, if you will. Just to have, because I have the ingredients and I don't want them to go bad. And so a little cilantro with some serrano, jalapeno, some tomatoes, some onions, and some oil, some salt. That can go on the steak. That can go on the ground beef. That can go on the eggs. That can go on anything. I love this blend, you know, cilantro, tomato, onion. The peppers really are a bonus for me. I'm not like too much of a spicy person. I do like a bite, a little spice. But I wouldn't say that I'm a spicy person. Like, I don't care for burn. You know, if you're here for just burn sakes, you can miss me with that. If you have a nice salsa that has flavor, not too much bite, hit me, you know? I'm a salsa verde guy myself if it comes to like Mexican food takeout kind of shit. Just gonna be loose with this, nothing too crazy. So yeah, any green kind of salsa, I'm with. Tomatillo salsa, what have you. I'm down with that. We'll use the red onion for the freshness, and I'll cook the white onion. Cook down white onion or yellow onion? Come on now. Hey, what are you eating? My dog's eating everything. So a little background if you didn't know, my father's from Chile, and they're heavy on the meat down there, and heavy on the salt. Argentina, Chile, Latin America's Brazil. If you ever been to like those all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouses, you know what I'm talking about. But they have a thing down there called pebre, and it's like a pico de gallo, but they add garlic in it. And I do have some minced garlic in the fridge, so maybe we'll mess around and find out. Just loosely throw that onion in there. Again, this is going to kind of be a chunkier thing. I could hit it in the blender one time or in the little processor. Let's see, we're freestyling right now. We are literally freestyling right now. Shout out to my boy Nemi. All right, let's get a check on this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. We like that. We like that. Where did I put my sea salt? I got so much going on in here. Oh, over here. Hit it on this side. We're just doing salt. I'll pat it. I'll pat it down. We're just doing salt. Nothing else. All right. Let's get a couple tomatoes in here. You know, it's really interesting with the food economy now. You know, in the last, I couldn't call it. I'm just going to throw a number out there. 15 years, 20 years, they came out with organic, maybe longer. And then they made everything more expensive, right? You can get the cheaper stuff, but you knew it was going to be covered in pesticides, herbicides, glyphosates, all that stuff, right? But then you have the organics, which claim they're not, right? It's all claims. This is how I stand on it. I do prefer buying organic. To me, I want to believe that what they're saying is true. But am I on the farm monitoring that? No, I have to leave it up to a designated agency to tell me that this was approved organic. But hey, if it doesn't have the herbicides and the pesticides, I'm all for it. Do I spend a little more? Yeah, it's a little more, but it's not too much. It's affordable. I mean, I'm a single, no kids having dude, so I'm just cooking for one. So I think I can afford myself a little bit of organic. I like to buy grass-fed, grass-finished beef, pasture-raised eggs, organic fed. You know, when I can, how I can, if I can do it. You know, like I said, because I'd like to believe that what they're saying is the right thing. So I do. Now I blend stuff up all the time. I mix stuff up all the time. Am I one to say, man, this ribeye steak here that's grass-fed, grass-finished, what have you, tastes so much better than the other one? I can't call it. To be honest with you, I really can't. Because once I put the salt on there and I mix it with some eggs, you know, my taste buds aren't saying, this one tastes different. But if I know that it's going to be better for me, then I'll add it in there, you know? So that's my take on the whole spiel. I've heard that, you know, if you get products from Mexico, a lot of the times they don't use that stuff down there in a lot of countries. So if you're buying stuff that's imported, then you don't necessarily have to worry about it being organic because they're not necessarily taking the time to spray their stuff like that. And that's cool if that's true. Again, I'm not really deep diving on that. You can't really trace that stuff. And if you can trace it, again, I believe that it's probably all just through a certified company that is going to tell you which way or the other anyway, right? Unless you're down there talking to Jack, Jill on the farm, and they're telling you and you're seeing the process, you got to believe them. And if I'm just off base, hook a brother up. I'm down to get that knowledge. I don't want to overdo this bad boy. Maybe one more turn on this side. But this thing looks like a thing of beauty, let me tell you. So right now in this bowl, we've added cilantro, onion, tomato, jalapeno. I'm just doing a serrano here. I know I just said I don't like too much spice, but I like a kick. I think one serrano blended, mixed in with one jalapeno. Once I add the olive oil, salt, it's not gonna be like too bad. It's flavorful. That's gonna be a flavor town, We're just measure with your heart. You're gonna hear me anytime I'm cooking. I don't have a measuring spoon. I don't say 1 cup, 1 tablespoon, all this, whatever. Measure with your heart. Let me get a plate for this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think this is ready. I think this is ready. I'm gonna turn that down. We'll place this. We'll place it over here. A little cool down. All right, so now we're gonna add more oomph. Just use the same knife. I'm just cutting the plastic. And again, it's just me, so I'm not worried about cross-contamination. I was thinking about doing patties, but I think I'm just gonna do a big grind, a big slosh of ground beef, break it up. Let me wash. And for this, to break it up, let me grab this bad boy. This isn't gonna take too long at all either. And this is another thing. People think cooking takes so much time. It does take time, but it doesn't take too much time. One steak done. We got a little fresh salsa fresca pico on the side here. And I have this pan, I turned it to low only because I knew it was gonna be hot enough. All right, now that we got this all broken up, this is already halfway done. I love me some ground beef. Thumbs up if you like ground beef. Oh, let's add a little salt. And you know what? I don't usually mess around with this prepared garlic like this, but I think we can get away with using like literally just boop, a little bit. Just a little bit. It goes a long way. Let's get us a spoon. Hey, Lucky. My dog's begging over here. What's up, boy? Oh, man. Did you guys look at this? You smelled the garlic, huh? You smelled that good, or you smelled the meat. Whatever you smelled, you came right over here and was like, let me get some. You know you can't get anything of this boy. Oh, look at this. What? This looks good. You know what else I saw in the fridge? You know what else I saw in the fridge? I saw this. Half of an avocado. And I know this top part is a little brown, but I just put this in there. So let's see. This is the trick. You take it, and you just cut that little layer off the top. Little layer off the top. Little layer off the top. And some people are like, yo, don't use that, or don't cut that. That's good stuff. Yeah, I know. But, and then what I'll do with this is I'll just kind of cube it up. This is really soft, so it might just break up when I stir it in there. But we just want to fold it in. Just going to fold it in. And this can go on anything. If I had chips, I would eat that right now with chips. But I don't. So I won't. Yeah, I guess it's gonna kind of be, now it's like a salsa guac. Guac salsa. Guacado. Salsicado. Low key. Nah, I don't even want to disrespect it by calling it a low key chimichurri. I don't want to disrespect chimichurri. How's this go? Mmm. What? What? Mmm. I'm gonna do this. I'm tooting my own horn. That's delicious. Call that a wrap. Just enough kick from the peppers. Nice crunch from the tomato. Cilantro is beautiful. The cilantro is like a fragrance to the mix, you know what I mean? The cilantro is like a perfume, a cologne, if you will, to that whole thing. The aromatics, the flavor in the back, you know? This is really good. Cilantro, serrano, jalapeno, red onion, tomato, olive oil, avocado, sea salt, and some minced garlic. Come on now. Come on now. Let's move this out of the way. We're going to put this over here. I really don't want to taste anything that I'm cooking right now because I am trying to be in the middle of my fast, which I guess I just broke by having a spoon of that. But, it'll be all right. Now I want to take this. We're going to Put some water in a pot, and we're gonna steam some broccoli. So I'm gonna heat up this water. I'm gonna find my little deal. I have a perfect tool for this thing. Here we go. Get this little guy. It just goes right on the pot. And you throw the broccoli in there. Put the lid on. Steam that broccoli, baby. It's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be a good. This whole thing has been a good thing. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. So I'm bringing that water to a boil. This ground beef. This ground beef, I'd say, is done. We don't need to it doesn't need to be crazy cooked. It's not raw, but it's cooked. All right, so let's get a thing for that. You know what? We'll just put it on the same plate here as our other deal. We're just gonna plop it on. Damn, this pan is heavy. Just plop it on there. Let's see if we can get all these bits. Okay. Now what I want to do before we'll put this back over here. Before I get the eggs going. Oh, I forgot I have the zucchini. Oh, that's what we'll do. Okay. That's what we'll do. There's plenty of grease on the pan from the beef, but we're going to take this onion and we'll chop this up here real quick. I love me some buttery cooked down onions. We'll probably need some more. Let's just do like so. I learned throughout my cooking process that recipes, they're just a guideline. It might help you start, but your heart's going to take you where you want the thing to go. All right, so that's boiling. So I don't measure. I measure with my heart, like I say. That might be my favorite phrase in cooking. Measure with your heart. All right, so we got some broccoli. We're just gonna throw it in here. The water's boiling. I'm not gonna even cut this stuff down. All right, and just pop the lid on that like so. And we'll let that go for a little bit. Oh, and I got a fresh cucumber here. We can just have that as I'll bite a cucumber down, you know? I don't even need a reason. You all right, Lucky? You all right? You sneezing over there, boy? You good? Let's get this going over here. Get the onions on there. And we'll get this zucchini on there at the same go. The zucchini doesn't need that much time. Hey. Nice try, buddy. I know you smell it. I know you smell it. And we'll just use this zucchini like so. We'll just mix it all up together. I think that's a good deal right there. All right. And we'll just give this a nice little mix. And we can just cook them down. It doesn't even have to be too long. Sweat them out, sweat the onions. Get a nice color on the zucchini. I definitely don't want to overdo the zucchini because I'm not trying to have like a mashed zucchini. I've had mashed zucchini. There's like a Chilean dish. Well, I guess Italian. It's called zoppaio italiano. But I guess I learned it from my Chilean side. It's like mashed up zucchini, almost like a zucchini mash, like with Parmesan cheese and other herbs and spices. That smacks. Cooked down zucchini like that is slept on. If you've never tried it, next time you want to do mashed potatoes, try to do a mashed zucchini with Parmesan cheese and salt and pepper. And it doesn't have to be like pureed mash, just kind of like blend it up. Because the zucchini, cook it long enough, will get soft. And then you can just mash it up, add some stuff to it. Parmesan cheese is the main thing. That's really good. We'll just kind of let this go for a little bit. And again, I did not think we were going to get this going, but again, we're freestyling, so anything's possible. Whoo! How does this happen? How can you steam it a little bit and it gets more green than how it was before you got there? Man, nature is beautiful. It's crazy. Well, I guess this isn't natural, but you know what I mean. The vegetable itself. Let me try a little piece because this too doesn't need to be. Oh yeah, a little more. I've been having fun with the broccoli because I'll pull it up and I'll see that color green. Ooh, and I'll be, that's good, and I'll try it. I'm like, oh, it's still kind of the same consistency. And again, this you don't want to overcook it either. So. Okay. So we're done with that. We're done with that. And pretty much the last thing we need to do is just cook our eggs. And we'll be good to go. This smells. Ooh, if I can pass the smell over to you guys right now. Jeez Louise. I remind you, this is all cooking in the steak and the ground beef that came before it. Oh man, with a little bit more butter. And I'm not even gonna put salt on this. This does not even need salt. Ooh, I'm eating good this week, y'all. I'm eating good this week. If anybody wants a private chef, hit the DM. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If y'all need a private chef, or you know anyone who's looking for a private chef, I'm looking for a career change. I'm always down to cook. I love cooking. Probably my first love was music, food, but not cook. I didn't get into cooking until a little later after getting into music. But now that I've really do this, Man, I do this. This is not just for play. I does this. Tell your folks. The Panchos, we all get down. Chris, Eddie, myself, we all can get down. So if you all want to have a throwdown, a challenge, that's another thing. Come at us. Come at us. We'll pull up with the Blackstone. We'll pull up with the Blackstone. We'll pull up on you, on your territory, and I'll cook you. Challenge is out there. That's official. It's out. Any takers? Any accepting challenges? Hit us up. You can name the dish too. That's how confident I am. You can name the dish and you'll get the smoke. No pun intended. Speaking of getting the smoke, like I said in the part 1 of the stream, we're on day 8, no smoke. No smoke of that good green grass, you know? And it's been longer than that since drinking some alcohol, so we're feeling good. We're cooking good. How are we looking? We're looking good. We're looking good. I'm feeling good. They say if you're feeling good, you look good. You look good. You feel good. Man. Rocked the kettlebells today in the gym. I was watching this guy talking about all you need is a kettlebell to do everything. Boy, let me tell you, I don't think he's lying. Because you can do the bring it up, the squat, the press. Bring it up, the squat, the press. Yeah, the squat, the press. You like the squat and the press, huh? You. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You like the squat and the press too? Oh yeah. He gets his physical fitness in. That guy likes to run. But yeah, man, that kettlebell, no joke. Switch sides. Left side. Press. Squat. 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 Boy, kettlebell. Meet me on the kettlebells. Did 5.5 miles on the bike today too. Feeling unstoppable. Telling you, I'm gonna get that push-up map, that pull-up. The onions and zucchini are done. We're gonna throw that all. Let's get another plate. I'm gonna get that pull-up. The back's looking nice. Chris gave me some tips to do the hammer curls. Been rocking the hammer curls. Well, we're getting it. We're getting it, bro. We're getting it. One day at a time. I don't expect, tomorrow life changing, but my life will change tomorrow, day by day. I don't expect my life to change tomorrow, but my life will change. I will change my life tomorrow. That's what I meant to say. Look at these beautiful pasture-raised, organic, small family farm, tended to eggs here. Crazy story. One time I was in Chile and we woke up to have breakfast and my brother-in-law cracked an egg in the pan and there were 2 yolks. And I was like, yo, twin egg? 2 for 1? 2 yolks, 1 egg. Somebody explain that. What's the science behind that one? Broccoli's looking good. Veggies looking good. Man, you know what? I might just toss the broccoli in here. Might as well. Give it a nice stir with the onions and the zucchini. Get it all flavor town. Oh. Come on now. Up. We're breaking the broccoli. We don't want to do that. All right, let me go put this on the pan and then we'll just cook up the eggs. And then we're going to be out of here. All right, I need another Another grip. This pan is no joke. Let's see if I can just do this. All right. All right. Let me just get this little bits off. Boom. All right, those are done. And then what we're gonna do next. That's right, more butter. More butter. Man, I saw this, speaking of the food and eating organic, pasture raised, grass fed, what have you. I was watching this guy on YouTube, another YouTube find, inspiration. People were talking keto, vegan, vegetarian. This guy said, I'm a naturalite. And then he explained it, and I've never felt more seen. He says he still eats or likes to eat the same foods that he did before, but he just pays attention to the ingredients a little bit more and have them be a little bit more natural. For example, we have a lot of things that are quote unquote enriched, right? Enriched flour, enriched rice. Those are the two that come to mind. But for example, that enrichment, quote unquote enrichment, for example, in the flour, they remove the germ, which has the minerals and vitamins already in it. They remove the germ and then put it in a process, and then in the process they reinsert niacin, riboflavin, thiamine. Go grab a packet of rice in your pantry right now, or flour, bleached, enriched flour. Everything that has enriched has those same things in it: niacin, riboflavin, B12, and some other things, which are good things to have. But there's a lot of things that naturally have that. Yeah, you don't need to have it through a process, right? And so, for example, I used to really like digging into like Ruffles, Lay's. Like this guy talked about, he goes and he'll switch out things like, I didn't know they made a Simply Ruffles. If you look in the ingredients, it's just sea salt, potatoes, and sunflower oil. No canola oil, no vegetable oils, no things you can't pronounce. 3 simple ingredients. And so that's kind of like the thing that I was talking about earlier, is I just been taking more control about what's going inside, watching things, and if I can buy organics, if I can buy things that are less processed, I try to eat like what they call like single origin, right? If it has like one ingredient. Rice, for example, there's basmati rice, there's jasmine rice, there's wild rice, there's black rice. If you go to the rice section, you get that enriched rice. Look how many ingredients are in that rice. Now you go grab your basmati rice, you turn it around, it says ingredients, basmati rice. It didn't go through that stripped down process, right? Flour, right? You go find whole wheat flour, or you can get alternative flours like almond flours and such like that, but you want to just get your regular flour, just get it unbleached, and unenriched. You know, so these little switches this guy was talking about, and I've always kind of been drawn to stuff like that, you know. How clean exactly can I eat? And it's possible. We can make excuses or we can make the changes. And so I'm really just working on making the changes and Xing out the excuses, taking the extra steps, taking the extra effort. And nowadays, guys, cheat code hack on the food, Amazon Prime. And I know a lot of people don't come at me with, oh, Amazon, Bezos, this and this and that, right? I get it. But you can get Costco if you want to. Most places, Instacart, wherever, they have things where you can get the food brought to you. And they have organics, they have non-GMOs, they have the gluten-frees, they have the, you know, the options are out there. So if you just do little steps, and yeah, will it cost you 50 cents more here, $1 more here, this, that, there? Yes, it will. But one big thing that I like to say, or I guess I like to say now, I'm not going to coin the term. I heard it and I really liked it. Is you can pay big pharma, or you can pay the farmer now, or you can pay big pharma later. So I'd like to think that I'm doing my due diligence for myself, and you know, I don't go get sick. I'm not in the hospital all the time. I'm not taking, oh, you know, bed rests. I'm feeling good for the majority of the time. You know what I mean? I don't catch the flu. I don't catch COVID. I don't catch whatever, you know, thankfully, blessings on blessings. But I think it has a lot to do with I'm putting inside, right? They say what it has more to do with what's going on. It putting on inside, which is the result of what comes out of your body, right? So I'm just paying more attention to that. As I say that, I got 6 eggs right here. We're gonna split this up. And I'm just gonna put this on just a little more. And let those go. So, with that being said, folks, fam, friends, this is an example of a meal prep that is super easy to do, clean, and available to everybody. We got a steak, we got ground beef, plate 1. We got onions, zucchini, broccoli, plate 2. We have this fresh kind of whipped up salsa fresca pico with avocado in here. And we got eggs, and we're gonna split it up. This will probably make me 4 meals right here. And that's meal prepping for the week. The eggs, there you go, eggs. So yeah, man, big announcement on the mental health. We got the therapy starting this week. We're back in the gym. We're doing the fitness thing. We're taking control of our body again. We're doing the meal prepping. We're taking the steps. You know, I'm ditching the enrichment ingredients, and I'm enriching my soul. I'm enriching my body. I'm enriching my mind. I'm enriching my life. You know, the light bulb struck, bro. People ask me how, why, when. The light bulb struck. Sometimes when light bulb strikes, you just got to take heat, you know. And we're gonna do this every Monday. We're gonna check in on. We're gonna do the mental health check-ins. You're gonna check in on the meal prep. It might be a lot of the same stuff. We're gonna talk more wrestling. We're gonna talk Panchos. Man, we're gonna talk fitness. So if you're about that, this is gonna be the new home for that. Mental health, fitness, meal prep, wrestling, Panchos, friends, family, folks, all that good stuff. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go on that one. Love all the support. And I hope I can give the support back out to you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys next week. All right. Peace.